All right, everybody. Hi, welcome to the Indie Interview. My name is Myself in Comics, or Bianca, and today we have Laurie
Calcaterra.
Calcaterra.
Yeah, good job.
Yay! I'm so proud of myself.
Gold star.
Thank you. And so we are going to be going over her campaign and also some other stuff that she has on her YouTube channel. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
yeah. We do
Send your
fun stuff.
YouTube channel on the private chat, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Let's do that. Do.
I'm sorry, guys. I put like 110 because I'm having
Always,
period
right?
problems. So
Do I share my channel? Here. I'm bad at this YouTube thing, as you can see.
oh, there she is, by the way. Nerdet's newsstand. That was,
Hi.
that
I
was the one
love
who
the thumbnail.
yes, she made the thumbnail and she loves the zombies. A lot of people here love the
Oh, sorry. Let me
zombies.
read this. Getting some feedback. My bad.
What happened? Did you put it on the wrong chat?
No, I because I'm watching in a couple places, so I can type into the chat. So I clicked on it, and I just had to turn the sound off. Otherwise, it's like a delay. Do.
I hate that. It happens to
Yeah.
me too. And
Can I
that's why I'm
just
like, yeah,
share
I'm on like 5 devices. I got to make sure this is
on
going well.
exactly? And it's like I'm just on so many things at the moment. I got like 12 things open. It's cool, right? Right.
It's completely normal.
Right. I don't know how to drop a link in there, but here's the.
There we go. Boop. I copy.
Thanks. It's just a blue, like if you just type in my name, it pops up and I just have like a blue circle with my name. That's me. But you'll very easily see the videos and be like, oh, it's this weirdo. Yep, you're going to see martial arts and weird zombie apocalypse short films. That's what I do.
That's so weird. Wait, hold on.
I don't know how else to share it. Is there a way just to share the channel? Let me do
Yes.
this.
So on your like little circle profile picture thingy,
Yeah.
you click on it and then you go to your channel. And
Right.
then when you go to your channel, there's like a 3 dots on the top right.
The top right. I don't see it.
Oh wait, you're on your laptop, right?
I'm on the computer.
You're on the computer? Oh, okay. So when you do what you do instead is that you go to the top where it says YouTube channel and then blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You click on it, it's gonna highlight blue, you copy it, and then you paste it onto the private chat.
I don't see it.
No, you do
Let's
that
move on.
yourself. It's
Let's move
on
on.
the bar where you see on top YouTube channel, and
YouTube.
then
Here, let me share screen. Here's me.
we're getting there. Okay, so
All
click
right.
on your you're on the blue thing, right? Oh wait,
This
we are
is
on your channel.
yeah. This is my channel. So I was like, how do I just share it though? I don't have a ton. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Go back, people.
Oh, this can work.
You want me just to put it up there? That's fine.
Yeah.
There I am.
Okay, so which video did you want to
Oh,
see?
Nerdot did it. Thank you.
Thanks,
Sorry,
Tristan. It's
technologically
because she
very
saw the
limited.
profile here,
You
so we
can
got
see
it.
that the YouTube is not my focus. Like I'm not a YouTuber. That's just a place for to hold my videos that I'm working on for my short films for my comic. Uh-oh.
We're not tech savvy.
I'm not. Sorry. Well, at least not in this aspect. Other stuff I am. Grand entrance, that's what just happened.
Oh, thanks, Steph Nerd. So some of these people were at the raid yesterday.
I thank you for coming. I wasn't able to see any of the comments. A lot of times in StreamYard, you can see the comments, but Andrew likes to focus on just the conversation. So he doesn't show any of the comments usually. So, but thank you all for coming. I always have a good time, but I like really interacting with the chat as well. So that's fun. Let's have some fun today, right?
Exactly. All right. So, do you want to get to your Kickstarter first, or do you want to
Yeah.
show the short first?
I'll talk about the Kickstarter first, just so because I'll tell people like the premise of the comic in case you missed anything or you don't know, because it's different than most zombie people are like, oh, it's a zombie comic book. It's not. It is and it isn't. It's more about death being broken. So here's the elevator pitch. So in this world, your body can die, but your soul, your consciousness, it doesn't leave your body upon death. So you get to hang out and enjoy your own decay phase, and your brain is literally rotting in your skull. Okay. So you get, you can be violent or forgetful or detached as a human, but you're not going to be autonomous, like brain craving, eating zombie. Okay. You're still you for a short period of time before you decline. Okay. And death has been broken for everything. So people, animals, insects, fish, nothing can die correctly anymore. So it creates all sorts of issues. So of course we have overpopulation because you have a whole community of people that are still around after death, and they're crazy. They become more and more chaotic as time goes on because they're decaying. They have less of their brain to access. But what about food? So let's take a cow. I eat meat. I'm not a vegetarian. I eat meat, but cows probably would not like to be butchered. So you could kill them, but they're still going to be moving when you try to butcher them. So that makes it a lot more difficult. Plus, that hamburger that you're going to eat will still be moving when you eat it. No, thank you. Right? No, thank you to moving chicken nuggets. No, thank you. So meat becomes a problem, right? But we also have problems with vegetation as well because insects are also undead and they really only do like a couple of things really well, and eating is one of them. And they're kind of, stupid. So pesticides don't work. Even if you kill the insect, it's still going to continue eating. So now we have problems with crops as well. So we have food shortage, water contamination issues, and then all the ethical questions that come along with being an undead human. How long do you keep your rights as an undead human? Can you own property? Can you drive a car? Can you vote? Can you have a firearm? All of those things become like questionable, right? Because where we are now, you lose all those. You're dead, right? You're not owning anything or participating in elections, none of that.
You don't exist.
Right, you're done. But in this world, it becomes a problem. What if you have like a single parent and two children? The parent is undead. The parent owns the property. What happens to this family? How long can they stay? What happens to that family when there's eventually what happens is they take the undead and they separate them from the living community. There's riots, there's societal unrest, there's a lot of things that happen before that, and we're going to show all that in the comic. But eventually people are separated. So it's like when the collectors show up to take the mom, what happens to those two kids? Where do they go? Or let's flip it. Let's say one of the kids is undead. One. So you have a mother and two kids, and one is undead. But the child is themselves, right? For a part of the time. So then what happens when the collectors come to get that kid and rip them out of their house? So we have a lot of problems. It's a very rough place to be. So when we start the story in issue 1, we're actually 10 years into this apocalypse, and things have devolved back to the Wild West. It's lawless, it's a rough place, and we're following Jude St. Clair, who's this cowboy, who's like the last guy still looking for the answer. You're like, what caused this? How come the dead no longer die? Yep. So in book one, we do a lot of showing like what the world has turned into. What a rough place it is. Jude makes some decisions. Some of them have dire consequences, and he comes across our fan favorite, Big James, who's an undead bear. Kind of became the mascot for the series. I wasn't expecting that. So that's interesting to me that people have latched on to this undead bear. And he was before Cocaine Bear, I'm just going to say.
We got him, guys. We got him.
It's like Cocaine Bear, but worse because you can't kill this thing. So issue number 2, we're in this town called Santa Claus, which is hilarious to me. It's a real place in Arizona. It's a ghost town in Arizona, but you can go visit Santa Claus if you want to. And in this story, there's people there. It's very much a Western, and it's not very friendly. It's not very, it says welcome to Santa Claus, but it's kind of the opposite, where it's like they don't like undead. They stake them outside. Remember, these are people that can talk and feel for the most part. They're just undead. It's gross. Santa Claus is not a nice place, but Jude finds what he's looking for in book 1 and finds it's something unexpected. And then we have like poker games and saloon brawls, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then I leave you with a twist. And then here we are now to issue number 3. And we actually jump back to the beginning of the apocalypse. It's great. So you get to see the fall. You get to see Jude St. Clair as he was before, and kind of what leads into this apocalypse and how things devolve really quickly. So that's the premise of the whole, I gave you the whole thing, right? So here's the Kickstarter. We're kicking butt and taking names. We just launched on Monday, and we're at like 84%. So taking off. I don't know.
My
Do you want me
goodness.
to, would you like to see the video? Would you want me to just start showing off the campaign? What would you like, B?
Let's show the video.
All right.
Come on, we got to.
Hi, I'm Laurie Calcaterra, writer-creator of the all-new Western Apocalypse comic book series, Path of the Pale Rider. Welcome to our Kickstarter to produce issue number 3 of our ongoing series. If you're not familiar with the story, it's about a cowboy 10 years into the apocalypse who is still looking for the answer to the question, why did the dead no longer die? He will go through wild terrain, undead bears, decipher conspiracy theories, and try to keep his heart beating in the process. Our new issue begins at the beginning of the fall, the day Death went missing, and you will get to see how quickly things begin to crumble. Follow Jude St. Clair as he navigates this new reality and deals with chaos, confusion, and undead humans. You'll get to meet a new cast of characters, see familiar fuzzy undead bears, and experience what started Jude down his perilous path. I'm also happy to announce we have a new artist on the team named Marta Gasparoni, who will be coloring the pencils and inks drawn by our very own Marco DeFillo. Cover art for this issue is done by Angelo Aquino, Everett Watkins, William Russell, and David Sanchez. If you're new to this series, don't worry. Issues 1 and 2 will be available in a catch-up tier. Also new to our campaign is samples of hot sauce, secret rewards, and even a chance to get mauled by Big James himself. So please, review our reward tiers and see which one works for you today. Thanks in advance for your support.
You worked hard on that.
I come from production. Just wait. You can see me get hit by a car later. I'm a setting sun, but I'll never run. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I will stay and fight as long as I'm alive. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. What do you think? Do you like me getting run over by a car? Everybody was safe, I promise. I'll give you some more context as we go, but um, yeah, we'll just keep going.
Oh,
So
we have a
here's
question.
what's that?
Do you have an option for a signature deal?
Um, if you scroll down into the rewards, I think at some point, let me see here. We start signing comics at a certain level. But if you would like a signature, just send me a message and we'll make sure that we get it signed for you. No big deal. Yeah, I think at the $50 level, we automatically sign your comics.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you're doing like t-shirt and higher, you get a signed comic from the get-go. If you're doing a regular level and you would like a signed comic, just send me a message and we'll talk.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, like, if you choose a regular one, do you have like an option to add a perk, which is like $5 extra, $10 extra to have this signature?
You know, I haven't done that before, but I can add that. That's super easy. I can just add an add-on, signature, you know what I mean, where you can get it signed by both myself and Marco DeFillo. We are both in the same state. We're actually not very far apart. So you can get it signed by both of us. And I'll add that. Today.
I was gonna say, like, that probably would be a lot easier to track than having so many DMs. Hey, can you sign this? Can you
Yeah,
sign
that's a
this?
good point. So I'll go ahead and add that as an add-on today. Right after the show, I'll go in and add it so you guys can grab
We
that.
got it.
Keep his heart going. All right, so you see this symbol? It's always like we're tracking the heartbeats in this story. That's one of the ways that we tell that it's like the only way you can tell the difference between the living and the undead, because they're both cognizant. So there's technology that's created specifically for this world called a disc, and they wear these on their chest. Let me scroll down so you can see a picture. So like here on Jude's chest, everybody wears these. So you're going to see them throughout the comic, and when they activate them, they tap them, they turn green, and they show the heartbeat like a heart monitor, and they emit sound like the heartbeat. So, and if it turns red and it flatlines, it will alarm and you are undead. So that's their way to tell the difference. And it's like it's almost like a driver's license. You have to have it on you at all times, because the authorities will pull up on you and like tap your disc without your permission and just be like, hey, are you alive or undead? The thing is, though, it's technology, so we can hack it, right?
Let's go.
So you can have a hacked disc as an undead person and tap it and it has a heartbeat. Or it's technology and it could cause problems where you're living and it fritzes out and flatlines even though you're alive. And guess what? It could cause all sorts of problems. You know what I mean? So it's interesting world. But it's true to life, you know. Anytime there's technology driver's license, we hack those. We make fake ones all the time. So true to life. Hello, random dude draws. Welcome to the stream, man. So here's Jude St. Clair. He's our cowboy. I love this look. This is really cool. Just character sketch by Marco DeFillo. You can see all like the expressions. He's very much resembles Clint Eastwood. I grew up watching Westerns with my dad, all the spaghetti Westerns, you know, Good, Bad, the Ugly. They call me Trinity. Pale Rider, obviously. You know, and it's just like, it just keeps going, like Tombstone and The Quick and the Dead and Yellowstone. It just keeps going. So that's has a soft spot in my heart. And I think, and I was talking about this with somebody yesterday, it's because I also love apocalypse tropes, but I think the Wild West is what made me love those. The Wild West is like, it's a hard place. It's lawless a lot of times. You're in the wild. You're wearing the same clothes, leather things, you know what I mean? And you're surviving with what you have, right? So that kind of like, I think what started me down the whole apocalypse is like in the future, Western is in the past. So I kind of married those two, threw in some zombies and broke death, and here we are. So it's like Book of Eli meets Mad Max with some Pale Rider.
I did like Book of Eli.
Love Book of Eli. Those fights are amazing. And the guy that choreographed all the machete fights, all the sword fights, is a friend of my teacher's. So amazing work. So you will see lots of fighting in my comic because that's kind of where I come from, is choreographing fight scenes and doing stunt work as well. So, ooh, Book of Elon, I love it.
Oh yes. Oh, that's right. Nerdette's newsstand was telling me yesterday how your art reminds her of Dan Mora's art
Oh,
from DC, and I'm like, you know what? That's you're actually kind of right. They're
that
both
is
so
true.
beautiful.
Yeah, I'll pass that on to Marco. He'll take that as a compliment. I just put an update this morning. Kickstarter just updated their page where you can add pictures to your rewards, but they're little. So I put, it's hard to see, especially when I have multiple pictures, what exactly is going on. So here's the t-shirt. Here's the t-shirts. Here's what they look like. I just figured it would make it easier for you guys to see. Here's Big James, of course, in all his fury. Yeah, that's a cool shirt.
I love these shirts so much. Are
Here's
they sorry,
Marco's
sorry,
A
excuse me.
cover. He's working on coloring this week, so we should be getting an update from him soon. I'm so excited to see this in color. Wait until you see his other covers in color. It's like you see it in black and white, and you're like, wow, that's really cool. And then he colors it, and you're like, it just blows your mind.
It
He does such
explodes.
amazing work, and a lot of times he does like these night scenes with explosions and things. I'll show you the Choose Your Own Adventure book cover, which he did, which is kind of reminiscent of this. It's really cool. It's just funny. He has this like he's this burger sack that says Big James Burgers on it. So we're having a shout out to Big James the Bear, and like Molotov cocktails flying by and like police helicopters. Jude St. Clair was actually an EMT before the apocalypse, and he's sitting on top of an ambulance and
Aw.
just like checked out, because at this point it's like, what am I doing here? There's no
My
saving
brother wants to be
people.
in that field.
What's that?
My brother wants to be in the EMT field.
Yeah. Um, God
This
bless
inking
him.
job is amazing.
The witch job,
Oh
what?
my gosh. The inking job.
Oh yeah, Marco does such amazing work. He's so funny too, because he's just like, I could work on it some more. And I'm like, at one point you need to stop, sir. It's beautiful. Leave it alone.
The curse of being an
Yes.
artist.
Gunslinger cowboy. It's interesting though, in this world, bullets don't really do anything to the undead because they're already dead, right? So you'll see guns in the apocalypse, but a lot of times there's no bullets. They just use them for intimidation on the living, but there's not a lot of bullets because they have moved on from those types of weapons. You know what I mean? So a lot of times for the undead, they use electrical weapons like tasers, because that can still shock your nervous system and take you out. I mean, how many times did we shock the frog in school and see it twitch? No?
I dissected cats.
Yes. We did frogs and fetal pigs. But it was always interesting
Interesting.
to me that they would move if you like hooked electricity up to them. So tasers and like electrical weapons, and you're going to see some pretty gnarly stuff that we created specifically for this world. Um, yeah, but guns kind of are
They
interesting.
become immune, essentially.
Yeah, and I mean, like when we get to the undead bear, it's like, how do you get away from that? It runs fast, it can climb trees, it can swim. You can't kill it. What do you do? You have a bad
I'll just
day.
let the bear take me at this point.
Uh, well, spoiler alert, Jude makes it through because that was issue 1, but there's some pretty, it was a bad day. Here's some previews of the interior pages. We have a 4-page preview of what's coming. So you can kind of see, this is Jude. And something happened at the end of book 2 with a car accident, which you'll have to see, guys. So
I'm
here
gonna
they
have to see it.
are working on this poor guy. His name is Frederick Needlemeyer, and he does not make it. So
Aw.
yeah, poor Jude. He's new. He's new too, of course. So it's like
Aw.
they lost their first guy, and then of course they're covering him up. They tap on the window. Jude's having a rough time, and then the guy sits up.
Like, no, I was fine this entire time. I'm
He's
good. I'm
like, hey
Gucci.
guys. He was like, I don't really know what's going on, but I'm still here, right? So this is where we get to see our first kind of interaction with the undead. And the scene that comes after this is like really funny, but telling, about how crazy it is right in the beginning. Um, we have lots of variant we usually do 5 covers total. So Marco always does the A cover, and then we have 4 variant artists that will produce. And I love these. I usually will pick 2 artists that are comic veterans, and then I'll pick 2 people who are not comic veterans, either up and coming or like Angelo Aquino has done comics, but he's actually a high school teacher. He teaches art. Yeah, R.I.P. Frederick Needlemeyer. Don't worry, he'll be back. He's around, right? Angelo Aquino teaches illustration and art design in high school. And I have followed his art career for a while because we're friends on Facebook. He does really amazing stuff with this kind of poster, like washed out, like vector art. So I asked him if he wanted to do something, a cover for the project, and he was like, absolutely. So it's like the polarized views, the no pulse, no rights versus dead outside, still human inside, is kind of sums up what's going to be happening in this issue. We're going to see lots of conflict between humans. So it also reminds me of It. Remember Georgie standing there in his yellow rain slicker with the red balloon?
Oh, Georgie.
That's what I see when I look at this. And I was like, oh, it's so cool. I love it.
I am loving all of this art, but like actually choosing is going to be so hard for me.
It's going to be rough. And especially because we have 2 that haven't been released yet. But when they come out, you guys are going to be blown away. This is Everett Watkins. Everett Watkins is a veteran to Path of the Pale Rider. He's done a variant cover since issue 1. Amazing stuff. He's a graphic designer by trade. Who would have thought?
Oh, she adores the
you like the
cover,
yeah,
when she made
the
a
Riot
thumbnail
one.
of.
Yeah. And if you look, I have all these little symbols that are hidden throughout. They mean something, people. I'm hiding things that are answers and
I
secrets.
thought it was going to be our new cult symbol. I was super,
Oh, it's a
super hyped
cult
for
symbol
that.
for sure, but not the cult you think it is.
Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll see that symbol a lot. It means something. So I love this. This is the throwback to issue number 1. We had a big old sign that says, dead bear on a road, and Jude decided to go anyway and woke this big menace up. Everett cracks me up though, because he also writes a young adult series, and it's very like elfin figures in the forest with giant bugs. Like the giant bugs are the scariest thing, but they're cartoonish. They're not meant to be like scary. And he always picks like the most gory subjects for my comic and grosses himself out, and it makes me laugh. He'll do this for my comic. It's just funny. It's just funny. So this is cover C. This is cover B, cover C. Covers D and E are still in process, but they'll be out soon. We have a David Sanchez cover. You guys are familiar with David Sanchez? Are you familiar with David Sanchez?
Maybe.
He's
it sounds so familiar.
Yeah, I mean, like you probably have heard his name. He does a lot of variant covers for Image Comics. So like there's Something Killing the Children, Witch Hammer.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah. I got it.
He did a bunch for Star Wars, the comic book series. He does some crazy photorealistic art. Beautiful. His cover is actually going to be a spoiler with no context. It's a character that you have not met yet and is essential to my story. So it'll be beautiful, but it's also a spoiler. So I love doing stuff like that. Like you just have to wait and see.
Wait, we actually are a lover of Something is Killing the Children here.
Oh, I love that story. Isn't it great?
It's so good. As somebody who's never read it, I have friends here who have read it.
Oh, it's amazing. It's an amazing series. And it's won a ton of awards. And yeah, he has a cover that you can purchase from Image Comics for that series. So he does amazing work. So anyway, so here, this one, of course, I don't have an image for either, is a William Russell cover that's coming. It's gonna be a spicy cover. We're gonna show some skin, but it's also going to bring up a topic that I haven't really talked about in the previous two issues. Is Schmecks. We'll put it that way. Schmecks after the apocalypse. What happens to things that used to be taboo when they're no longer as taboo?
How taboo we talking about?
Pretty taboo.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that when this one comes out, because everybody's like, "Oh, she's beautiful, but she's dead." Are you allowed to have those same kind of feelings now that she's undead? That's what I want to know. Hmm? Anyways, it's going to be an amazing cover, and I can't wait. William Russell does such great work. I know, that's what I'm saying. It also changes a
Ooh.
lot. It changes a lot of things, and I would like to go down that rabbit hole on somebody's show, but we'd have to like say the things without saying the things so we don't get banned because it's pretty bad.
Too
But
HPTS over here.
it's something that would happen, absolutely. So here's some previous issue images. This is a Marco DeFillo's cover for issue number 1. Amazing cover. There's this glass that's shattering and the reflection of all the things on the glass. And Marco was making a statement about how humanity has been shattered into 1,000 pieces in this world. It's very telling when to read, the issue. You can kind of see what he's going for. Issue 1 was produced in black and white. We had
Ooh.
the intention of going back and coloring it, so you will see this as well in color. So if you're ordering the catch-up tier right now and you get a physical copy, you will get the black and white limited first issue, because once we get to issue 4, there's plans to do a trade paperback, and then this will be out of production. It'll be in color. So if you're interested in that collector's item, issue 1 black and white is for you. But look at this.
Love black and white so much. The shading, the coloring, the inking. Oh.
I know Marco does fabulous work, but wait until you see that in color. I mean, like, look at this. We have metal covers coming out of this.
Ooh. Oh, metal
Uh-huh.
covers are so good. Oh my gosh, metal covers.
So here's interiors of 2. Again, we did color for issue 2. This is the town of Santa Claus. Look, they use people as signage. That's rude. Actually, this guy right here and this guy right here are 2 backers, and they back the level where you can get drawn into the comic, and we either draw you as zombies or squish you immediately. So, zombified backers. Good times.
Who wants to be zombified?
Yeah, it's a little different in the next one. We gave a spot. Yeah, we'll talk about that too. So you get mauled by Big James. But beautiful interiors. I love this page where Marco plays with the panels, where the panels are actually cards being dealt. Amazing work.
So what you're saying is we're going to be having trading cards soon.
Actually, I'm in the process of making a whole deck of cards. Yeah, it'll be so cool to have. But the thing is I have to wait a little bit because some of the characters are going to be spoilers. You know what I mean? Because we haven't introduced everybody yet. So it's coming. It just can't do it yet because you got to meet a few more people before we can do the deck of cards. Sorry for being quiet.
So like the trade paperback era, probably.
Probably, yeah. When we get a little further, you guys will know more of the characters, and then it will make more sense to get the playing cards. Yes, the zombies have feelings. They're people. No, they're people. They're people. It's you. It's me. Your neighbor. Your mom. It's your coworkers. They're them. It's just like they have dementia really bad, where they lose their memory. They're forgetful. They could get violent. They're not in control for very long. So it's not like they're eating other people. I mean, they could. We have cannibals in real life. So if it can happen in the real world, it can happen in Path of the Pale Rider. But they have feelings and they feel pain. It's kind of like a numbed, it's not as intense as being alive, but they do have pain. So it depends on how they die. They could be in pain for a long time.
Oh,
Yeah.
we need the pills for the zombies.
Actually, that was one of the things that we talked about is how painkillers could become currency.
Oh.
Yep. Depending how like embalming techniques would change, makeup techniques with additional chemicals so you can pass as human, alive for a lot longer. Yeah, so
Yes.
basically, Grandpa. Yeah, I know. I've had people with Alzheimer's in my family, so I've experienced that firsthand, and that's pretty much how these undead are modeled. But it's much quicker. No, they can't make zombie babies.
I
Reproduction
was gonna
is fine.
say.
No, no, and
Maybe
they technically
their
don't
insides
have
are
to
jacked
eat.
up.
They don't have to eat. I think you could try to as a human, but it wouldn't work out well. Basically, your body is dead and decaying. Of course, Tristan asked about the babies. Why not? It's a good question.
She loves children.
I love children.
So always
Here,
a baby question.
always. Here's the cover for the Choose Your Own Adventure book that I wrote. That went along with issue 2.
Ooh.
This is available as an add-on in this campaign. So if you missed out the Choose Your Own Adventure, this is a 60-page manga size. It's not. It still reads the
Like a comic?
American way, English way.
Mhm.
But it's a book where you can put on your boots and a hat and walk around in the wasteland and make decisions. You get to run bounties, and you probably die a lot. That's what happens. But the cool thing is you can play it over and over. I kind of have like a save spot. So once you get halfway through the book, if you
Mhm.
die past that, you just go back to the halfway point. You don't have to start all over. I love this book because there's characters in here that you're going to meet that show up in the main story. And the cool part
Ooh.
is that you will have some insight into these characters more than Jude St. Clair will. So there's a character called the Skinner who's gnarly. He's a gnarly character, the Skinner. He is the highest reward, right? So when you see him in the main story, you're gonna be like, "Run, Jude! Don't talk to the Skinner." But of course, Jude's just like, "Who's this guy?" You know what I mean? Because he doesn't know. But you, as the reader, if you have read this, you will understand who the Skinner is and how terrifying he is. So it just gives you some more insight into like the story. There's actually quite a bit in this Choose Your Own Adventure that we haven't experienced yet in the main story, but it's coming. So this is a pretty good way to find out, secrets,
Secrets.
It does have some illustrations by David Rodriguez, who is another fabulous artist who I use quite a bit. Add-ons, we have a lot of stuff that's you can add on to. You can customize your reward level too. So yeah, I know. Undead toddlers, how devastating would that be?
Babies with rabies.
I mean, they're not really rabies, but still, it's like they could be just as messed up as everybody else. Whew.
They need therapy. They need they need so much stuff.
Oh, just devastating. I would just be so upset. Our first stretch goal, which we'll probably get to pretty quick, is PDFs. We have 8 amazing indie comics that will go to everybody. Every single backer, physical, digital, all gets to participate in this, which is what I love. So there's 8. I know all of these creators personally. These stories are really good. So it's great to find something new. If you like my story for whatever reason, you will like these stories as well. It's everything from like supernatural, zombie horror. Mother's Whisper is severely messed up. If you like horror, this one, I didn't even put a good description because I don't want to. I want you guys to read this, and it's gonna mess up your mind.
I feel like I've seen some of these before. Are one of them
Yeah.
made by ASAP Comics or ASAP Imagination? Something like that?
ASAP Imagination, yeah. PTSD is with ASAP. Well, he's with Any One World. So am I. Any One World distributes Path of the Pale Rider on their website as well.
Nice.
Orphan Bloodline is Charter Comics, and again, I'm also affiliated with Charter Comics. So is Mother's Whisper. Sissone, this one on the bottom left, is the funniest comic I have ever read. Hands down. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lee Newman. He's hilarious. If you don't follow him on Twitter, do it. He'll make you smile and laugh every single day. In fact, I have plans to co-write something with Lee Newman for Path of the Pale Rider, which will be very dark and funny. So I'm looking forward to that as
Ooh.
part of the extra experience. And ink is on Kickstarter right now. So if you want to read, it's more of like a superhero journey. It kind of reminds me of like Shazam, but he's a tattoo artist that gets powers and then is protecting the realm, kind of ideal. There's a brief description about every single one right here. So if you're interested in what these are, check them out. I'm sure we will get there. We always hit 5,000, so you'll get to enjoy those. 55, we got a beautiful 4x6 print. This is also Angelo Aquino's work. So 4x6 of this. This is the same pattern on the shirt. Check out this picture, guys. This is me with my face photoshopped over Danny Trejo from Machete. Yeah.
I love Danny Trejo.
I love Danny Trejo. I love Machete. It's so funny and cool and violent. I love it.
If you don't
And
know
again,
Machete, then you're not Hispanic. I'm
all
sorry.
right, exactly. Gotta say it like that. It's Machete, right? So and when we hit 6, that's funny. You should write jokes, Sandy. That's hilarious.
It's literally a person named Albus, but he has so many alt accounts, so he
Oh, the
just visits.
keychain.
Yeah, he visits YouTube channels just with like 5 different alt accounts.
I don't think I do have a picture of the keychains. I will add it to the updates because you asked. Let me show you real quick. I'm going to take this one down and I'll show you what the keychains look like real quick.
Woo! Oh, that's
So
pretty.
this is a brass back that I engrave with the black. And then this is wood with faux leather and it's stamped with skulls on it. I hand make all of these. So these are what the keychains are.
Thank you for your hard work. Very beautiful stuff.
I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts and my concentration was metalsmithing and jewelry. So I guess I should do that if I know how. But it's like it's not like those plastic keychains. It's something that's handmade and it means something and you're not going to be able to find anywhere else. Like I could never like go to a store and find this. I have to make them, but I love them. So that's funny. You need to go see the rest of Machete. It's so good. All right, so back to here. So we didn't even get to the good part yet. So anyway, I'm going to scroll through these real quick just because, yeah, it's merch. It's coming. I'm excited. We have stickers. We have buttons. We have some more secret stuff. We have a backer, we have a goal of at least 100 backers. When we get there, I'm actually going to show you some behind the scenes stuff that I haven't released before from when we actually started this thing back in 2020. So you get to see art that was created not by Marco DeFillo, but by other artists. Now we do other stuff besides comics. So the world is so big. We decided early on that to enrich the experience, we're using other media so that people can see what's happening. Like, for example, what if there's a riot going on and Jude isn't there? I cannot tell you the story in the comic unless Jude is there, right? So then all this other stuff that I've built into the world, you wouldn't get to experience. So what I did is every issue on the back cover is a riddle. So you can solve the riddle and either like find a group where there's other people who have solved the riddles, have character interactions. You might get a phone number to call. You might get a website address to hack that has special videos. You might find hidden videos on YouTube or a podcast to listen to. You never know what you will find. But these riddles are built into every issue. There is no like stretch goal or you know what I mean? Anything, they're just included as part of the experience because it's important to me to do these kind of things. I think they're so much fun. Here's the riddle for on the back of issue 2. Jude St. Clair is able to utilize American Sign Language. His mother is deaf, which you will find out shortly. So he uses sign language in issue 2 mostly just to crap talk to people because that's what he does. So he like calls someone a douchebag with his hands while they're playing poker because they don't know what he's saying. So this one is the riddle. You have to properly interpret the sign language first, and then you have to solve the riddle and email me at that email address the answer, and then it triggers something. You'll find it. It's a riddle, people. You can do it.
Dang, I knew I should have taken sign language in
Yeah,
middle
you can Google it. Trust me, you can figure this out. Most of the riddles I make, you can figure it out, and there's usually like clues inside the comic, or like this one, it's pretty easy. You just have to Google. The riddle for number 3 is less of a riddle and more of an experience, like walking through my brain and determination. So if you can stick in there, you can find the secret. It's fun. And of course, we do short films. So you guys kind of saw some of them with the video, the welcome video, where I gave some snippets. But I love these because they're fan interactive. So if you guys want to be a part of the Path of the Pale Rider world, you can. These are all people who have read the comic, Kickstarter supporters, friends, family, neighbors, whoever wants to be in these can be in these, which is really fun. So the first one we did, this one up here, is Undead Retirement. It's a commercial for Pine Fox Undead Retirement Community. So we have like, it looks like a commercial in the beginning, and then it like fritzes out and you see like riots and unrest and things on fire and shootings. And I like playing with juxtaposition of contrasting ideas. So the white picket fence versus riots and unrest. So it's like what we want society to be versus what's really going on in the world.
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
I love all this stuff. You're really good. Like
you
can, it shows experience, and I'm like, dang, I can never be like that.
Yes, you can. Anything is just time and effort because we make a lot of mistakes, and you will see as we go on from the videos, you'll see me improve as well. Where it's like I figure out new special effects. Do you want to watch one of these? The conspiracy theory one is really funny. There's a blooper reel. If you guys go to my YouTube, here, let me do this.
Is it this one that we're nope, it's this one. Got it.
We were talking about my YouTube channel, but like here's the videos, guys. So like here's Pine Fox, here's the conspiracy theory one. This one makes me laugh because I was just basically like, okay, nobody knows the answer yet because we're so early. Now is the perfect time to ask everybody, what do you think broke death? Right? Was it the rapture? Was it chemical? Was it a virus? Is it food that we eat? What is it? Right? And people were allowed to say whatever they wanted. So they either said stuff that was like really thoughtful, like it's in sugar, it's in, vaccines, government tampering with like nanotechnology, and they broke down. And other people were like, it's voodoo pygmies. And it's like, okay, say whatever you want. That's the one I get run over with the car. Yeah, absolutely random, Elon. It's just like they could be whatever, they could say whatever. And then of course we did a blooper reel from that, and it was really funny, which is up there. So I think the blooper reel actually has more views than the actual conspiracy theory one, which is hilarious to me. And then I have a little teaser. This is what's coming in the next one. Look. Bianca, how does that make you feel?
I feel violated.
Success.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's meant to, is make us feel uncomfortable. We actually have working on the next short film, which is what this is, the other one. the call to action. So it's not done yet. Uncomfortable. Do you want to show the beginning of that one?
Yes.
Just the
It's this
beginning.
one. It's this one that we have, right?
Yeah, I took the other one down. This is number 3. Rough edit, so excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, 6:30. Yeah, it's been at 6:30 for 2 weeks. I promise you, I've told you like 12 times. Okay, all right. Oh, can you stop and pick up some more drinks? It's just some soda. I love you. Bye.
It's the mark. You see the symbol?
Is it the skull?
Yeah, I know. Like, he wore the perfect sweatshirt for filming. I was like, where a hoodie? And put that on. I was like, yeah.
Hello? Yeah. Oh. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just catch you next time. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, all right. Okay, bye. Darn.
Here's the fan interaction part. We've had people send in film. They let me come film at their house.
Aw.
So, yeah.
I
Oh,
love jazz.
Whose fault?
so it's a Tuesday, right? It's just a regular day.
Yeah. Are you actually making something, or are you just putting stuff together?
Like, I was putting stuff together for a party.
Okay.
Because it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm making.
Hello. Hello. Amanda. Hi. 6:30. No. Okay. But I just Heather just called and she canceled too. Yes, and I have been watching the news.
As you can see, I'm wearing one of those.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just, like cooking for 12 people, but it's fine. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
They're watching John Wick.
The chat's making me laugh. They're like, "You missed it, loser." Like, what?
Come on. Hello. Yes. I'm just gonna cancel the whole thing. No, nobody's coming. Jen, it's not. I'm not mad at you. There's we've been planning this for. Yes, I know. Yes, I have been watching the news. No, I don't care. We could talk about this later. I gotta go. Bye. Oh, come on. Yes, I've been watching the news. I just cancel the night of, everybody.
Okay, pause.
Where's my mouse? I found it.
Takes a hard left turn from here, people. So yeah, so Elon, you pretty much guessed it. Like, we scheduled a dinner party, the zombie apocalypse started, everybody's canceling, and the party, and then this happens. So it's all these people doing different things, and all of a sudden this video pops up, and then what happens next is pretty devastating. So we're gonna play with some emotions. It's gonna be some psychological horror. And then, we'll see what happens at the end. But it's fun. It's fun to do this kind of stuff. I love it. So when this one's done, I'll post it to the Kickstarter. I'll put it on the YouTube page so everybody can enjoy that as well. But again, there's no, yes, that was Critical Blast logo. So I have a show on the Comic Related Madness Network. It's called the Tuesday Morning Brew. So I interview people every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you'll see people from that network on different screens. You'll see my other short films on the screens. Like, if you look what's going on in the background, those are all my videos, which is really funny. Yes, the Purge vibe. You nailed it. That's exactly what's going on here. Could it be a zombie rock band? Yes, absolutely.
Underground.
Can you imagine? I would show up. Well, I don't know. Would
I
you show
wanted
up
to
for that?
ask, the character you play already has a disc.
So there's its stuff is breaking down at this point,
Ooh.
right? Because they remember when people are calling me, they're like, "Are you watching the news? Like it's going down." Okay, so at that point, people already have discs, and that disc is going to come into play as you watch some of the extra stuff because it mimics my heartbeat. So you'll see normal heartbeat, and then you'll see it speed up as I get scared because things are going on, and it might turn red at the end. You'll have to wait and see. You want to be on screen? Come on. I don't know about that, sir. do it. It's like the most un-PC, like it's really not PC band name ever, but it's allowed. So anyway, that's what I'm working on for issue number 3. We'll go back to here. But if you want to watch the other videos, they're on the Kickstarter page. They're on my YouTube page. We can spend, eventually at some point I'm going to have so many videos that we're not going to be able to watch them all. Here's our
Impossible.
budget. 53% of our budget goes towards art production. The other 47%, of course, goes to like print charges, merch, shipping, fees. That's pretty standard, But I love having like the pie graph. That makes me happy. All my
I love
comics
looking at them.
Yeah, I
For
know.
some
It's amazing.
reason.
Ooh, so pretty. So hot right now. All my comics are boarded, bagged, and shipped in Gemini mailers. If you get a bigger item, like I think I could fit the t-shirts in there. They do fit. But if it's anything bigger than that, like the hot sauce, or if you get an 11x17 as an add-on, those will have to do some different shipping arrangements. But I try to send everything in the same box, so it always shows up at the same time. Here's some of my friends with campaigns that are coming. So Alien in My Toilet, Worthy Chaos Redemption. Hi, Carissa.
Let's go, Chaos Redemption.
Yeah, Carissa is one of my besties. She's awesome.
We love
Avalon.
Carissa.
What's that?
We love Carissa.
Everybody loves Carissa. She's such a cool girl. I like her. We met on Twitter, so that's where we met.
The Twatters.
Avalon issues 1 through 5 is coming probably 3rd or 4th week of April. And then this one is live right now too, which is called Terminus, the End of All, which is really interesting. About 7 species that are left at the end of the universe, and they're trying to cross over like the edge of the universe to find out what's on the other side. Otherwise, they're just going to be annihilated. It's very sci-fi, really cool. And that's it. Like, if you guys went through and you were looking at rewards, we have digital rewards. We have catch-up tiers. We have.
I'm actually going to buy them individually.
What's that?
I'm going to be buying them individually. I'm going to be getting cover C, and then for issue number 3, and then I'm going to get the physical copies of 1 and 2.
As add-ons, yeah.
Yes, because I love cover C. But next thing you know, I'm going to change it once David Sanchez.
You might. Those covers are going to be amazing. I cannot wait to show them to everybody. I've seen them in progress, and even those guys are amazing artists. So even in progress, I'm like, wow, these are really cool. Even just the pencil level, I'm like, wow. So yeah, we have all these variants available. If for some reason you haven't ordered number 2 and you would like one of the variants that we had in number 2, we're in a weird point where you can still order that. I had it was like a big mishap with my issue number 2 where the print job was printed and then completely lost.
What the heck?
So we don't know where it is. It was supposed to arrive a week and a half ago. And
somebody stole them.
I don't know if they got stolen.
These are mine now.
The printer is MIA, so we didn't get a tracking number. Like, it's just really bad. So I've been working with my publisher to figure out, like, do we wait? Do we try and contact him? Or do I go ahead and redo an order with a different printer? If we do that and then the first order shows up, am I going to be liable to pay for both print jobs? or the other problem is that I have to reformat all 3 books in order to do a new print job with a different printer. So I don't know. We're just kind of waiting to see if the printer responds. But it works out for you guys, because if you want an issue 2 cover, like the zombie tree that Everett did, you can still get that if you want. So just let me know. I'll get it for you.
I wonder what it looks like.
Oh, you want to see?
Let's see.
Issue 2. All right, so issue 2, we have, this is a Rich Parada cover, so you could get Jude St. Clair playing poker. This is a Ken Salinas cover with his Voodoo style, which this was a big seller. We sold a ton of these. I have t-shirts for these as well. But he has like Diana Prince, which is his horse, and then Big James the bear.
Diana Prince?
Yeah, that's his horse's name. He calls her Prince for most of it, and he meets this little girl, and he's talking to her, and she's like, "I wish I had apples for your horsey. I heard, they like apples." And he says, "Well, Prince is a girl. Her name is Diana Prince, and I named her after this warrior woman who was the protector of the human race." And the horse has
Not
a
Wonder
star.
Woman?
Yeah, yes, and because the horse has a star on its forehead, and she's tan and has dark hair and has this like star on her forehead. So Jude reads comics in comics. You know what I mean? So that's a little Easter egg, is that's Diana Prince. Here's the other T-shirt we did. This is Jude doing some crass sign language. This is the symbol for bullshit. And then, of course, we spelled out POTPR, which is Path of the Pale Rider, and hands right below. Let's see, where's the other cover? Here we go. So here's this is the B cover by David Rodriguez, which is an undead Jude. His hands say Dead West, because that was the original working title for the script before I changed it to Path of the Pale Rider. So it's a little throwback to the beginning there.
Ooh.
And then here's the zombie tree by Everett Watkins. Makes me laugh because it's so gory. He's got like an undead squirrel on it.
It's pretty freaking awesome, though.
I love this. And I love the fact that I never have to choose a cover. I just get them all, of course, because it's my thing. But there's no way I could choose a cover. So here's, of course, the other 2 that we did. So these are the 4 variant covers that, if you're interested, you can still get as a reward level in issue 3 if you would like. Here's Marco, of course, and me being scary.
For the reward covers, is that like an added on perk, or do we just like add more money onto the, what's it called, an extra donation?
Well, you would just add on a number 2 when I do fulfillment, or just send me a message. Like, honestly, I'm okay with that. If you're just like, hey,
I was gonna say, is it on a survey? Like when you say, "Oh, I want the catch up," they're gonna give you options to decide for cover 1 and cover 2. I mean,
yeah, because I'm going to be ordering extras. Like, I'll still have them. I won't be out of the variants by the time we fulfill 3. We'll still have variant covers. So if you're interested in those, let me know. Like the catch-up tier, you'll get a survey and just be like, tell me which cover. I'll have a spot where you can tell me which cover in the survey. That makes it easy.
Oh, coolio.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, guys.
To pay for shipping. That's some. I'm just kidding.
I know. Sorry, shipping is expensive.
It's $6 over here. It's not that much.
Yeah.
Sorry for anybody who's not in the US.
Well, I'm only shipping to the US, but if you're in Canada, please contact me. I will make special arrangements for you. I did have someone reach out from Canada that was like, hey, because I did international shipping on the first campaign, before I figured out how crazy it is. And I had to refund some people their money because I was like, I don't know what VATS is. You know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't cost effective for me to ship, fulfill my own stuff. So once I get a little bit bigger, like especially my distributor, one of my distributors is in the UK now. It might be easier to do international shipping. We will get there. But as of right now, unfortunately, I'm still fulfilling my campaigns and it's not cost effective to do VATS. So shipping can screw crowd. Yes. Shipping can be out of control. I lost money on all the Canadian stuff that I shipped in the first campaign. So that's why I was like, I love you guys. But we have to make sure that I weigh things before they go so it's accurate for the shipping, because it was like double what I had charged and it was bad. So but we learn, we make mistakes and we learn, right? The more campaigns we do, we get better at it and we get more tech savvy. And oh, I'm sorry, Elvis. We have PDFs available for you right now. At least you get to follow along the story. You can still solve the riddles.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I am a person who loves
Yes.
digital as much as physical, and so I'm like, cool. This is very expensive to where I am. If they're like out of the country of out of the U.S., and I'm like, do you have PDFs available? And some
Yeah.
people would say, sorry, I don't believe in digital, so I only do physical. And I'm like, oh, you're one of those. Okay.
Lame. I just want people to read my story. You know, it's a wild story. We go through a lot of emotions. So I would very much like for you to read my story, physical, PDF, any which way that you would like, whichever way you prefer. If you only want the physical, I have that option too. Some people won't read the PDF. That's fine. I'll send you a physical. That's all you need. That's all you want. You got it.
Boom.
Yeah, just make it easy. My goal is to just get you out of your own reality for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, check out, go into my story, get some relief from your real world. Walk around with Jude St. Clair, see how terrible things are, and maybe your life isn't so bad.
I should be thankful.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I do a lot of things because that's the stuff that I enjoy. And that's what I would want as a reader, you know, a good story, beautiful art, Easter eggs, you know, a riddle. Oh yes, I love a good riddle, especially if it leads me into a rabbit hole I can fall into. I'm there. So that's kind of the stuff that I'm doing. Always forget I'm in the UK. Yeah.
I didn't know you were in the UK. But
You forget you're in the UK? That's a problem. You should remember that.
sometimes I forget I'm in Florida.
You forget you're in Florida? That's funny.
Sometimes. That's because I'm like so into wake up, go to work, come back home, and sleep.
Yeah. I know. It's hard to fall into that routine and then you get stuck there. So but I love doing this. I'm having a great time. I love indie comics. I'm a huge supporter of indie comics. If you are an indie comic creator and you want to come on my show, please contact me. I would love to talk to you about it and give you a space. But it's like, this is the best part to me, is where I get to hang out with hosts and talk about the project and hang out with the chat and, you know, nerd out.
Yes.
I love it.
We love nerding out.
Love nerding
Especially
out.
with us nerds for comic books.
Yes. So.
All right. So, just before we head out, does anybody else have any questions or statements for Laurie and or her campaign? I don't have time to play video games anymore.
That's it. That's all there is. Eat food. All that good stuff. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I really enjoyed this. The chat was great. I loved all your comments. It made me laugh. And I'm going to do some more shows. So we could talk about different subjects, crazy things that happen in this world and how we would approach them. Everything, anything. I'm here for it.
All right. So I'm going to have to edit to add in your YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah, I know. I got to figure that out, man. Or if you can find it, let me know how to do it, because I was like, it's there, but it doesn't give me an option to share it. What the heck?
Your YouTube channel looked very weird. You're on Chrome, right?
I'm on Chrome.
That's so weird because how your YouTube looks like doesn't look like mine.
I
So
don't
I'm like,
know.
where's the top?
That's what I'm saying. Like you're like at the top in the 3 buttons, and I was like, I know what you're talking about. Just don't see them, man. Yes, I'm gonna be on Elon's show. I'm gonna hang out with him and Chris. We can
Are you
talk
going to
more
be on Dead
about like
Guy shows
production.
too?
What's that?
Are you going to be on a Dead Guy show?
Yep. On his show on Friday.
Ooh.
I'm on a ton of shows. I got 2 more today. One at 4 and one at 7.
You
I'll be on
really are
Chuck
working.
News
My gosh.
show. He's going to do some trivia, some Western trivia, some zombie trivia, and there's a chance for you to win an issue number 1. Well, I'll send it right to you.
Ooh.
Yep.
And then you also have a Twitter so people
I
can follow
do.
you.
It's
I,
at Path Pale Rider. Shout at me there. It's fun.
It's also in the description. The description has her Twitter. It has her Kickstarter, and it also has her. I'm actually checking because I don't remember. I remember putting 3 different types of links on there. What is this? This is your website, I think.
Yeah,
No, this is your YouTube channel.
www.pathofthepalerider.com is my website. I have a blog that nobody reads. I have a store there, so if you want to pick up some merch, it's there. I usually will update that the last. So I hate doing web design. I'm not good at it. I have a Facebook group. That one, the group, I have a page and a group. So if you go to Facebook and search Path of the Pale Rider, join the group or request to join the group. I will let you in. That's where all the shenanigans happen. Like today we're building a music song list for Path of the Pale Rider. It's like, Hey Jude from the Beatles, Live and Let Die by Guns N' Roses. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's more of the fan participation. I'll do polls like, what's your favorite weapon in the apocalypse? And we'll debate it. What would you wear in the apocalypse? If you Google your name and apocalypse, it'll pop up an image and I want to see it because it's hilarious. So that's where a lot of the shenanigans happen, is the Facebook group. I'm on Instagram. It's at Path of the Pale Rider with a underscore between all the words, and that same handle for TikTok. So you'll see some different things on TikTok. Different. But I'm on all the things. So come follow whichever way you prefer.
And I'll add all the extra stuff onto her onto the description.
I'm gonna do that as soon as we're off the show. I'm writing it down. Add signature add-on level.
Oh, I think I
I'll
found
put it
it
in the updates as well, that it's there. That's why I have that update section, is for when we like change stuff, so everybody knows. Go to the updates, look what's happening. I'll put the date of when I update things, so it kind of keeps everybody in the know.
Cool. I found the group. It didn't. You're not the one who shows up though.
No, it should be this image. The skull angel image is the cover of the group, and I think what's the picture? I think I have a disc, a broken disc. Yeah, it's the undead disc is the group picture. Oh, the backdrop here, people. Let me get rid of this.
I was gonna say, where'd you go?
I disappeared. Here I am. There is no grand piano here. Here's a group.
There we go.
Image.
Am I allowed to copy paste that?
We got 457 members and growing. I'm excited. So
I can.
you are all welcome to join, hang out and see updates. And I simulcast my show into there on Tuesdays. All the good stuff. Fun times.
I've now added it to the description. Yay.
Ooh, we're so close to 4,000. Let's see if we can get there today. That would be awesome.
All right. Where am I?
That's a good question. Where are you? Florida.
That's true. I realized I was on the wrong freaking... My Firefox was still open.
Whoops. That's funny.
Okay,
it's a Facebook group. So if you go to Facebook, just your main page, and you search Path of the Pale Rider. It's a black and white image of a disc. That's me. So if you go to there and you can just request, I will let you in. I think you have to answer one question, which is like, do you like comics? It's just, you get the scammers that will come in and like drop all sorts of links like, work from home for free, we'll come pick you up. And I'm like, delete, 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 delete. You gotta, whatever. This is not what this is for.
I get tagged a lot of those on Twitter.
No, I do not have a Discord yet, but I'm looking into that. So eventually we'll be everywhere. It's hard to manage all of the things by myself. Eventually we'll be big enough where I can pay someone to do that. So I've also been asked.
So she's hiring.
I've also been asked to open a Twitch. Someone's asked me about Reddit.
Reddit?
I know, isn't that weird?
Reddit's like a 50-50 for a lot of people.
I don't know. They're like, do you have a Reddit? And I was like, no, isn't that for old people?
People would say
I don't know what Reddit is
Facebook.
Whatever. I'm like, I just got a TikTok, people. I don't know what I'm doing there half the time. I'm like, make videos, okay. Yeah. So I'm around. Come find me. Have fun with the shenanigans. And if you want to be in the short film, I'm looking for dead bodies. You don't have to take video. You can even just take a picture and send it to me of yourself just like laying on the ground. You can still make it into the short film because I haven't gotten to that scene yet. So if you want to be a dead body in the short film, hit me up.
And if you don't have any social media at all, somehow, for some reason, she has an email.
Yeah.
That, or you can contact me and I can just send it to her.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's potpr.info@gmail.com. You'll be a dead body? Yes, I'll get you in there. You'll be in this round. It's hard though when it's like I'm doing the short film and it's already done a lot of times. But when I hit the campaign and people are like, can I be in it? I'm like, you could be in the next one. But this, it's like, I got behind with the stupid print job debacle. So it's like, well, I'm still editing. So
get your money back.
It's bad. We'll get it fixed. Everybody will get their physical copies. I have everything else ready on my freaking table downstairs. Oh, I didn't even show you the Funko Pops. Did I show you guys that we have Funko?
You made your own Funko Pops?
They're custom made Funkos. Here, make me big. There you go.
There we go.
Ta-da! So this is from the first issue. We did a Jude St. Clair Funko. Issue number 2, we did Big James, the Undead Bear. So if you actually love Funkos, you can get a Big James Funko on this campaign on number 3. So how I usually run it is we'll do a new one every campaign, and then the new one from the previous one becomes a limited reward for the next one. So this was the limited one on number 2. The new one was Big James. There's only one. So this campaign, there's only one of Dwayne Fink, and then there was 5 available for Big James. Big James is a monster. That thing is huge. It's actually 2 pieces. The head comes off because it's so big. Yeah. So if you're interested in the Funkos, I think there's 2 left. There was 5, 3 are gone. There's 2 left.
Dang.
Big James is really cool. We had a spot where you could get mauled by Big James in issue 3. So he makes a reappearance in the story, and someone grabbed that one. So they get drawn into issue 3, getting mauled by Big James. And someone already grabbed the Singularity, which is the new Funko Pop in like everything. Hot sauce, t-shirts, all of the comics, the metal cover, the variants, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I would mail you a kitchen sink, but it's kind of hard to package. But it would normally come with a kitchen sink. I should find kitchen sink keychains and put that in the box. That'd be fun. So, yeah, but I love these. We also have a secret reward. The secret reward last round was a glass bottle full of ashes and bones. A handmade box, no less.
Are the ashes and bones handmade too?
Yes, actually, I burned the ashes myself. The bones are not real bones. They're clay. So I did make the bones myself. Thank you. But it's a really cool bottle. It's glass and it has like black wax that I melted over the stopper, and it has like a wooden disc that I stained a skull onto. The box itself has an antique hinge on it, and I wood burned a message into it. So there's a poem about death being missing and decay being what's in its place, and that bones still have the spirit in them. So it's almost like a seashell. Like if you put the seashell to your ear, you can hear the ocean. If you put the bottle of bones to your ear, can you hear the spirit inside?
Aw.
They're kind of messed up, but I love them. So that's like the secret. The secret rewards are always going to be something you will never find anywhere else. I've kind of hinted what this secret reward is. So it's really cool. And I'm only making 4. So if you like something really cool and as a collector, and this one you can cosplay, go back that secret level before it's gone.
Go back it, guys. Got a limited amount.
Yeah, and there is hot sauce. Here, it looks like this. Path of the Pale Sauce. Dun, dun, dun. Has Big
I
James
can't
on
even
it.
eat hot sauce, but I would like to get one for my brother.
You know, this one is not too bad. It does have habanero in it, but it's like a barbecue sauce base. So it has ketchup, molasses, apple cider vinegar. So it has a good flavor and a little bit of heat, not too much. I can have this. If this takes off, I'll probably do a hotter one and call it something else that's even worse. Death by Pale Sauce. I don't know. Big James Burgers? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Big James sauce.
Someone had a really good name and I missed it. It was like Death by something. I forget.
Why didn't you write it down, Laurie?
I know I was on a live and I should have, but I didn't. But absolutely, like this is cool. We're only doing 30 of these because that's what the amount the package comes in. So that's a limited item as well. So
will you be able to have it on your website after the 30 are gone?
probably I can if it's
Popular.
if it's something that I'm getting a lot, like if people are telling me they want it after it's gone, I'll make it again. You know what I mean? Like that's what happened with the Choose Your Own Adventure book. People were asking me, is there a Choose Your Own Adventure? Is there a Choose Your Own Adventure? Is there a Choose Your Own Adventure book? And I was like, I'll just freaking write one, okay? So I did. I made people happy and I was like, here's the Choose Your Own Adventure book. It's available everywhere. So go get that one. What's that? I bought pink sauce. If I die, that's how it happened. What should I eat it with though? I haven't opened it yet. I'm waiting for the right time. I've heard that this is really good with Bloody Marys. I've had it on fried chicken, delicious. What else did I have it with? I've had it with a lot of chicken, really good.
I'm gonna say
Barbecue,
chicken, but I said
pulled
pizza.
pork, brisket. Yeah.
Ooh, briskets are good.
Pizza would be good too. I'm in Texas, so barbecue everything.
Yes, the cousin to Florida.
Exactly. We're like, what is it? Put it in the smoker.
Exactly.
What's that? Oh, put it in the smoker.
See, she understands, guys. She
Delicious.
understands.
Put it in the smoker.
Put it in the smoker.
It'll be much better when it comes out.
Exactly. Oh, it's so good in the smoker.
Pineapple pizza, you're fired.
Yes, you're fired. You're banned. Sorry, James. Somebody time him out for saying pineapple pizza.
No pineapple. I'm with you. No pineapple.
All right. I guess everybody's done for questions and statements for today. Do you think we missed anything somehow?
I don't know. If you have any questions, come find me. I'm gonna go add that add-on right now as soon as we get off the live. Okay.
Awesome.
Salad.
All right, guys.
Smoker. Yes.
Actually, that would probably be good. It might make salad taste better.
Alrighty.
Chicken on pizza is actually good. So
I would do that. I'm starving.
Me too. All right, guys. That is all for today. Make sure you check out all the links that I'm going to have into the description. Check her out. Check out her social media, all that stuff. And we're going to be having lunch now. Bye, guys.
Thank you for your support.